Hi, I'm Lexi, co-founder and head of Aveni Labs, which is our dedicated research and development team. Joseph, who's Aveni CEO, and I started the company to help shape the future of how AI is applied in the financial services industry. And I have the privilege of working with some of the brightest researchers, engineers, and data scientists in the field. Over the past year, our team has grown rapidly, and it's a strong mix of deep technical expertise and real-world domain knowledge that makes our approach different. And it's absolutely critical to building a language model that works in one of the most highly regulated sectors in the world. When we set out to build FinLLM, we knew it had to be fundamentally different from general-purpose models in very specific ways. It had to be something new, purpose-built for the UK financial services, built with transparency and built to be trusted. That's why we needed a team that's not just technically brilliant, but deeply tuned into the real-world needs of FS institutions. Aveni Labs is made up of leading AI researchers, data scientists, and NLP engineers, many of whom have PhDs in machine learning, linguistics, or AI safety, and have published peer-reviewed papers at conferences like ACL and Coling. But more than that, they've worked with real complex financial data and know what it means to build AI for regulated environments. This is by far the most capable and focused team in the UK, working on FS-specific LLMs. We've got people who've built datasets from scratch, created new benchmarking frameworks like AveniBench, and architected model pipelines that go from pre-training to safe deployment. That's what makes this team different. It's not theoretical, it's built for impact.
Hi, I'm Jens Papaioannou and I'm the technical lead for FinLLM. My background is in designing and evaluating engaging conversational AI systems, and I've spent the last several years working on how we can apply these technologies in high-stakes real-world environments. Of course, building a model like FinLLM takes more than just great algorithms. It's a collaborative effort across several specialist teams, from data curation and model training to evaluation, safety, and governance. Now I'll introduce you to some of the brilliant people driving each part of the project and share how their experience has shaped the model we're building. First, we have Lam and Nicole, who are critical to how we approached safety and governance. They lead the work on ensuring FinLLM meets the highest standards for fairness, transparency, and accountability, not just in theory, but in every training run, dataset decision, and deployment scenario. They've built governance into the foundation of the model, aligning it to regulatory frameworks like the FCA's AI guidelines and the EU AI Act. Their works make sure that FinLLM isn't just powerful, it's trustworthy. And that trust is what allows financial institutions, their customers, and even regulators to feel confident in how the model performs in the real world. Patrick and Ben are responsible for measuring how well FinLLM actually performs, especially in real financial services use cases. Traditional benchmarks aren't appropriate in this space, as they're too generic and often miss the nuances that matter in financial services, like handling tabular data, navigating loan documents, or extracting insight from complex reports. That's why Liane and Ben developed AveniBench, our own evaluation framework tailored specifically to financial services tasks. It tests the models across core competencies like summarization, numerical reasoning, question answering, and more, using data that reflects the real environments our clients operate in. Their work also drives continuous improvement. Every version of FinLLM is benchmarked, fine-tuned, and pushed further based on what these evaluations reveal. The heart of any language model is how it's trained, and that's where Mateusz, Projek, and Nikolai come in. They lead the development of our training pipeline, which takes us from base models to highly specialized financial services-tuned LLMs. It's a complex process that balances model performance, efficiency, and scalability, especially when you're working with smaller models that need to punch above their weight. Their work is what allows us to train FinLLM with precision and do it in a way that's both scalable and secure. But before we can even think about training a model like FinLLM, we need high-quality, domain-specific data, and that's where Liane and Marco come in. Sourcing quality data in this industry isn't easy. There are strict compliance rules, redaction requirements, and real challenges around access. But they've tackled all of that to ensure the data we use is not only accurate and representative, but also diverse across key financial services domains like banking, wealth management, and compliance. Their work forms the backbone of FinLLM. It's what gives the model its domain fluency and ensures that what it learns is grounded in the real language of financial services.
What makes FinLLM different isn't just the model, it's the people behind it. Every one of them brings deep expertise, real FS understanding, and a shared belief that AI in this space has to be safe, transparent, and built with purpose. We're proud of what we're building and even more excited about where it's going. In the coming episodes, we'll take you deeper into the problem space, why general AI models fall short in FS, what makes training in this industry uniquely challenging, and how FinLLM is already being applied to real-world use cases. Thanks for watching and stay tuned.